Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. Hey, what's going on, peoples? I greet you once, I greet you twice. It's good to see everybody. Let me know who's tapping in and where you're tapping in from. Before we get started, let me shout out y'all over here on Instagram. What's going on? It might be a little echo in the background because we had to rearrange and move some things. I know it's been a minute. Many of you guys do know, many of you guys don't know. It's like we have had to deal with a lot of things starting in the month of March, preparing for both of my sons' passings, preparing for their birthday, only for my grandfather to be found dead in his home by himself the day before my son's birthday. So we've been dealing with and get a prayer through, and please go ahead and say a prayer for Dr. T, and I will do the same thing for you guys, okay? I know some of you guys are still waiting on emails. Let me say this so everybody know. Everybody should have them. I think it's maybe 3 or 4 of you guys that's left should have your emails if you're waiting on an email, okay? I haven't forgotten about anybody. I'm just letting you know up front what's been going on behind the scenes. And I want to say this as well. A lot of people probably be like, Dr. T always going through something, okay? I want you to know this one thing. We always gonna have to go through something. We all gonna have to go through something. It just determines your altitude by how your attitude is when you go through things. When you take on tasks and initiatives, I'm going to tell y'all something. I just got to be really 100% with you because I'm not going to be no other way, okay? When you take on tasks that most people are afraid to take on, we're all called to lead. We all called to lead somebody, whether we believe that or not. When you post stuff on your social media pages, you leading somebody, whether it's to the restaurant, whether it's to the store that you just purchased that bad fit, or whether you to the car lot that you just bought your nice whip. We're always influencing somebody. We're always leading somebody. But when you decide to take on systems and you decide to take on principalities and you decide to take on powers and rulers, when you're on that type of level, you can expect warfare. I honestly know that everything, and that's why I say, when I come here and I share with you guys things that I have been through, things that I'm going through, it's not for me to get a sympathy card. I don't need no sympathy. I'm a warrior. Being raped, being molested, being abandoned, being rejected, being all of those things that I thought was so bad, that happened to me so bad, and woe is me, why this had to happen to me. It was necessary for me to have to go through that as a young child, as a teenager, as a young adult. It was necessary because I would not be able to stand under the weight that has been released upon my shoulders. I wouldn't be able to stand against the principalities and the powers and the rulers and the spiritual wickedness that I have had to stand against. So I don't come by, right? My grandmother instilled this into me a long time ago. Your word is your bond. If I can't do something, I'm going to tell you I can't. I'm going to communicate that to you. I'm not going to go off in no hiding. I'm not going to go off ducking and dodging. I'm not going to go off. No, I'm going to tell you, if I said I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. My word is my bond. My word is my bond. I'm going to do it whether now or later. You ain't going to pass away and I ain't going to either until it's done. I'm that type of person. My name means everything to me. It really does. And there will be no negative stigmas and no smut on my name. That's all I own in this life. What I do with this name is that a good name is very more valuable than silver and gold and onyx and jewelry and diamonds. A good name. So I'm going to defend my name, right? I'm not going to lead you astray. Why? Because you put smut on my name. I'm not going to do you dirty. Why? Because you put smut on my name. No, my name means everything to me. So when I come by here, it's just to communicate. I don't have a million hands and a million minds and a million voices to answer everybody's phone call and say, hey, this is what's going on. So when I come and sit before you all, this is the reason why I let you know. This is what's going on. And just one memento, okay? Just 1 minute. Okay, I'm life is life in it. I'm dealing with life, but I'm also gonna deal with you. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I want to ask y'all to share this with everybody. Okay, I'm gonna ask y'all to share this with everybody. I'm gonna be doing something live on demand that I will not do again, that I do not do, but I'm doing it. Okay, I'm one of those type of people. I say persons. I'm one of those type of people. And when I said persons, because I know I'm not the only one that's like this. I know that there are others, especially if you're a warrior, especially if you done been through hell and back and walking with the buckets of water to put out the flames for other people, then persons speaking in that context, okay? When you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. I've been like that in the natural as a child growing up. You hit me, my mama didn't have to tell me. Somebody hit you, hit them back. It's just been in me. Spiritually, it's the same way. I will not give up. I will not give up at all. That's one thing that I have vowed to do. If somebody try to ever tell you Dr. T did something to herself, that's a lie from the pits of hell, because I live on purpose. I wake up every day to war on purpose. Every day that the Most High wakes me up, I'm here on purpose. Okay? So when I show up, I'm showing up on purpose. And I'm just asking everybody to share this with everybody. Okay? Because my purpose is, if you touch me, then my job is to touch you back. Let me give you an explanation of what I mean. When I was parenting my children and the enemy used to be running amok in my children, because I have a lot of children. I have 9 children. And the first set, it was a set of 6. So if I discipline one and that one person didn't like it, they would go spread that venom to all the other children. Like, mama, who she thinks she is? She always don't want us to go nowhere and don't want us to do this. So then it'd be like an infection in my house. I have to deal with all of them having attitudes, and they're chopping me up, right? Because they mad at me for something I didn't let them do, or they mad at me because they know they want to do something that I don't approve of, right? So when I was parenting them, when they were younger, because they're adults now, that's why I said when I was parenting them, what I did learn was, when the enemy was running amok in my children, that made me go pray for somebody else's children. I'm like one of those type of persons. I'm like the mafia. You hit me, I hit you back. I'm not going to go down and lay down and be crying somewhere like, you got my children and all of that stuff. So the enemy hates me. The enemy hates me because when he had me, he couldn't keep me. Period. When I was on that side, I was on that side in real life. I was down solid. And then when I switched lanes and I switched sides and I got a better master, better God, and learned all about him, then the warfare was on for real. Because I come from the streets, the best analogy that I can give you, when I was in the streets, I was a crip. If I wanted to switch up and become a blood, then everybody that was a crip from the neighborhood that I grew up in and the part of the gang that I was in, everybody would be after me. Why? Because I know inside secrets. I know where they live at. I know who they date. I know where their mamas is at. I know too much intel. I know where they stashed at. I know when they going to go ride on folks. I know all of that. So now I'm become an enemy I'm a target. You want to switch, you switch. No, we got to take you out. It's the same thing in the realm of the spirit. It's the same thing. When you decide to make your mind up and change your life, you better believe that there's going to be some opposition, because that is a key indicator that you are on the right path. If you ain't no threat, you ain't no target. A lot of people be walking around here making noise. That's it. If you're not a threat, you're not a target. The enemy don't bother who we already possess. Okay, that's dumb. That's just like if we have somebody in our in captivity, or we have them in our possession, then the threat is over with. Anything that they bring to the table is over with, because we have them in our control and we have them in our possession. So, with me saying all of that, I said that to say this. When this system touched me, and the way that it touched me was it took my children out of the earth, out of existence. That's a heavy thing to digest. And I don't share it every single time. So like I said, y'all can feel sympathy. That junk don't even work for me. I don't need no sympathy. I'm a warrior. Period, point blank. You don't get to touch me and I don't touch you back. You don't get to hurt me like that and I don't do some damage back to you. No, that's not how this works. So today I came to stand against the spirit of poverty. It's a system. These people have created systems, okay? To create, control, to dictate, to keep people bound, to keep people blinded, to keep people, their destinies forfeited. Their destinies forfeited. Let me just go ahead and block you because we ain't got time. I'm not giving my time and attention to the enemy unless I'm cutting his head off, okay? That's it. I'm not doing that with nobody over here on TikTok, all these little robots and all of that stuff, that want to pop out whenever I come to speak truth. Y'all better pay attention to that. If you've been following me for a minute, pay attention to every time I come by here to spit some truth, some tea, okay? The real tea for truth. Every time I come to bring the truth, here go these little spammers. Here go these little robots trying to distract. That's an indication that you better speak exactly what I set you down here to say. Anytime. Y'all get to witness it live and in living color every single time. When I'm coming by here like, yeah, I got this going on, no problem. But the moment that I come and stand against a system, and the number one system that I stand against is poverty. I'm going to shout this from the mountaintops. You think Emmett Till mama was something? I'm going to shout it from the mountaintops. I'll probably be under the dirt still shouting because my blood will still be crying out. You did me an injustice and you don't get to do nobody else on my watch like that, especially those who don't want to be done that way. Now, if you want to be done, I can't help you. But you don't get to do people on my watch like that because of ignorance. You don't get to do people on my watch like that because of financial status. You don't get to do people like that on my watch. I don't care nothing about your system. I had to endure what I had to endure. You understand me? So that I can be this bold. So that I can be this courageous. So that I can stand, and having done all to stand firm thereof. You understand? So I had to be hurt by a system. But the culprit behind the system was impoverishment, poverty. I don't harbor no guilt. I know that what I did for my child, for my children, was for the best at the educational level that I was at. I know that for sure. Hands down. I know that for sure. Was I perfect? Absolutely not. But I made sure that I took it to heart because I asked for them. I will protect them. And not only will I protect them, I will make sure that I show them the way. I will make sure that I break a curse from running rampant up in my family, where the women don't take care of their children. The devil is a liar. I make a covenant that I'm going to take care of all of mine. I make a covenant that whatever I need to learn, I'm 16 having a child, I make a covenant that I'm going to do better for them than what was done to me and what was done to my mama and what was done to my grandmother. I'm going to do better. I was always the one. That abuse stops here. Ain't no baby daddies, ain't no boyfriends putting their hands on me. I grew up seeing that. It stops here. Ain't no man putting their hands on my children. Period, point blank. It stops here. I've always been the one, that one. You know, the ones that people like to say, I'm the black sheep. You're not no black sheep. You the light. You the curse breaker. You the one. That's why I don't sit well in your spirit. That's why you can't hang around them. That's why you don't find pleasure in doing what they're doing, because you are the one. That's why your life is so isolated. That's why nobody wants to hang with you, because you are the one. You are the one. You're not supposed to be like your bloodline. You were born in your bloodline to break what that bloodline meant. That's why you have the ideas. That's why God has favored you. That's why he's giving you, he's taking care of you when all of them rejected you. That is why. You're not a black sheep. You're the light. And the Bible says that God looks for one in each generation that will stand in the gap and break that bloodline curse. Period. So if you don't do it, somebody in your kids' generations and they cousins, one of them, he looks for one. You're the one, okay? So with that being said, I came by here to disrupt. I need y'all to share this, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I need you to heart it over here if you on TikTok, okay? The hearts just allow me to beat the algorithm. It allows somebody who feel like, man, I don't know what's going on with me, because everybody probably in that same vein. And like I said, if you stay to the end, I'm going to do something that I ain't never did. It's going to be on demand, okay? It's going to be right here, right now, period, point blank. But first, we got to educate. How did we get here? Why are we still stuck here? How do I get out? I'm finna go over what we need to be doing right now, not yesterday, right now. This system has taken and claimed, it got more bodies than anybody. It got more bodies. These rappers and gangsters think that they gangster. No, this system got more bodies on it than anything. And we don't even got to go that far back. It's still drinking the blood of our future. Our young folks is still drinking the blood of our ancestors. This system. And that's why I went the way that I did, to let you know that I'm sent on purpose. This system, the system called the government, this whole governmental system, the one that wants us to work a 9 to 5 and tell us to live the American dream and have people abandon their country to come over here. And you got more homeless people over here than you have anywhere in the world. You cannot go to India and find homeless people. They don't even believe in that. This is the richest, wealthiest nation on planet Earth, and it got more homeless people. Why? Because of a system. How can you go and fight for your country and then come back over here messed up in your mind and homeless on the streets drinking alcohol? How? Because it's a system. How did they eradicate slavery? They put it in, they didn't eradicate it. They put it in a new form, in a new method. It's called free labor in prison, okay? That's what it's called, free labor in jail. That's what it's called. That's the new slavery system. Get them locked up for long term. We charge them taxpayers' dollars to house them, and they do labor for us for free. Many of us don't even know that your eyeglasses is made from those. The frames are made from those in prison. Your license plates are made from those in prison. So many different things. You ought to Google What is all made in prison? For free, $99, okay? That's the new system. On top of that, the 9 to 5 grind yourself unalive scam. That's a system. A lot of us don't have what we need right now. Why? Because we are being manipulated into a system that only says consume, buy, consume, buy, consume, buy. I don't care if you turn on your TV, there's advertisements. On your radio, there's advertisements. On your cell phone, there's advertisements. In your mailbox, there's advertisements. When you drive down the street, billboards, advertisements. When you get to a corner, restaurants, advertisements. Everything is about buy and consume. And we have been bamboozled. That's why we broke. That is why we're intertwined into the system. Notice that this system don't control people who control it. I'll say that again. Does this system control Bill Gates and Elon Musk? This man went and created his own Wi-Fi. I don't need your Wi-Fi. I don't need your cars. I created my own. Do this system control them? Now, they can silence them on their platforms, but hey, I bought the platform, so you can't silence me there either. Does this system control the rich? Hello, somebody. Y'all speak back to me. Powerful people ask powerful questions. I don't want you listening to me. I want you to think. And I want you to respond. Because what you're doing is you're telling your mind to think truth. This makes sense. You're teaching your mind, you're relearning the truth in your mind. So when I'm having you interact, you got to hear it. You got to visualize it for your mind to be able to comprehend it. We've been fed so many lies that if you don't interact with truth like that, you'll lose it. Y'all pick up what I'm putting down? If you don't interact with truth, you will lose it. Whatever you don't use, you will lose. And because we're always being programmed, and because we're always being, propaganda, because we're always being psychological, indoctrinated. When you go to get the truth or hear the truth, your mind is like real estate. It can only hold so much. It's like a laptop. You have to clean the data in order to put in new data. It allows you, and we've been being fed lies for so long that it's only they way or no way, and that's a lie. It's not they way. That you can have exactly what they have as long as you're willing to do exactly what they did. It's a simple formula. Wealth is not hard. To come out of poverty is not hard. None of that is hard. You must do what they did in order to come out. I had to learn that myself. Me wishing, me praying as much as I can pray heaven down. Do you understand me? And that ain't no boast. It took me years to get there. Discipline, laying proxy, speaking to God, praying for a long time. So I'm confident in my prayers. I know that they don't just stay earthbound. I know that they penetrate. As much as I can pray, as much as I did pray, as much as I can fast, as much as I did fast, I still did. As much as I can work, I still can come out of poverty. Can anybody relate? As much as you fast, as much as you give, as much as you volunteer, as much as you donate, as much as you work, as much as you save up, you still can't get yourself out of poverty. You still just one paycheck away. Can anybody relate? If you can, just say yes. I can relate. Absolutely. I got two people over there, so I know I ain't the only one going through a similar situation. If you still trying to make ends meet after doing all of that, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Hey, my sister, what does that tell you? If you have done all of these things and you still ain't got enough, what does that tell you? I got to do something different. That's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. Why do you think wealthy people are wealthy? Can I give y'all a secret that they use to get wealthy? I want y'all to guess first real quick. But I'm going to give you a secret. I'm going to give you a wealth secret. I'm going to tell you one of the things that they do to get wealthy. Wrong husband, laugh out loud. Sister. Use other people's money. Okay, that's a good guess. Doing something different is the only option. Yep, absolutely right. Okay. I want y'all to guess more than Sister Maisha. Come on, y'all, interact or move it along, okay? Respectfully. Because I'm coming to give you something that will change your life if you let it. I love you enough to not leave you in poverty. I love you enough to tell you, okay, this is what you need to do to come out. If you tired of struggling, then put "I'm tired" in the chat. If you tired of struggling, if you're not and you just want to consume me, thank you for helping me with the algorithm. Nothing is lost here. If you tired, put "I'm tired." Now, the secret that they do is they read. They do not watch nothing negative. They don't watch news. They don't watch the news. They don't watch anything negative. They are reprogramming their brain to handle wealth. How many of you guys, and I'm going to tell you right now, they don't just read one book a week. They read like 4 to 12 books a week. The rules to wealth, the principles to wealth, Think and Grow Rich. They read. How many of y'all read outside of the good book? Because you definitely got to read that. That is the greatest way to wealth and success. Because I'm going to tell you, all these other people who done written books, the law of attraction, all these other people who done written books have taken principles from the word of God, period. And I'm going to prove it because they work, and it don't matter who they work for as long as you work them. The problem is you don't work them. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. I lost my son for a lack of knowledge. I lost my baby, my child, because I lack knowledge that cost me something I could never get back in this lifetime. And as many people tell me, you know what, you'll see them again. They won't be my sons in the next life. You hear me? We will receive new bodies. There will not be given and taken hands in marriage in the New Jerusalem. So I won't know them as my sons, which makes it even more harder to accept. But it's all good, because what was meant for my evil, I'm going to use it to turn for my good. I'm going to help God with it. You understand me? What is my good? I'm going to tell everybody in the world that got a listening ear how the hell to get out of the system and how the hell to get out of a lack of knowledge, because it will cost you something that can never be replaced. That's the message. That's the message. That's why I show up. That's why I'm so aggressive. That's why I'm so passionate. That's why I don't care if I get a million no's. I'm going to keep showing up for that one yes. Don't play. Because it costs me something that I cannot ever get back in this lifetime or the next to come. Okay? So, I will say this. First thing you need to do is read. Education. And guess what? You're not going to be able to read without investing into an Amazon Kindle. I don't care if you don't like to read, you can buy an audiobook, but you need to buy it. That's the first secret that they do. They don't watch nothing negative. They focus. Even the music that they listen to, if it ain't upbeat, if it ain't vibrant, if it's not conducive, if it don't put them in that mode to want to get up and be productive, they don't listen to it. Okay? They don't. Neither do they wear their wealth. You could be standing next to a millionaire with some flip-flops on, some jeans, and a t-shirt. And they got more money than you could ever imagine. And just because it ain't in their wallet, don't mean that they rich. People trying to get rim rich and houses rich. You know what I'm saying? And flashy rich. But what about dirt rich? What about assets rich? What about gold rich? What about things that people cannot come and rob you and steal you for? You understand me? What about that? We broke in that. We try to be rich with paper, with currency, but we asset broke, bankrupt. See? Because if you really want to break some chains and get out of poverty, it ain't just about you. It ain't all about you. No, it's about those that's going to come after you. See, what you do is you going to allow them to come after you. You're going to pave a new path. You're going to say, we're going to get off this path that we've been on. We can't control how it was given to us, but we can control how it's going to go for us. That's for sure. We can't control what happened to us as children. We can't get stuck there. But we can control what can happen to us as an adult and what will happen to our children. We can control that. How about that? So the very first thing, okay, that I'm going to say, I'm going to give you scripture. This is principle. You ain't even got to be religious. Principle. Let he that have an ear hear. I'm teaching you how to get out of poverty. Okay? And I got my notes. Proverbs 4:7. Can somebody just be a moderator for me on today and just post that scripture inside of the chat so that whatever platform you on, people can see it and we can read together. Okay? We can read it together. Now, you ain't got to be, like I said. I want you to go to Google and I want you to copy what Proverbs 4:7 says. I'm just looking for the text, okay? Proverbs 4:7. I need somebody to grab that up real quick and then put that inside of the chat. And we are going to read it together. Because these principles will work for you. They work for me. No matter how much I prayed, no matter how much I tithed, no matter how much I gave, no matter how much I begged and I cried, I didn't come out of poverty until I did something that I'm going to teach you on today. Period. No, somebody put the text. I want y'all to read it with me. I don't want y'all to put Proverbs 4:7. I want you to put what Proverbs 4:7 says. Please. Somebody, anybody. 2 more minutes, okay? Y'all keep the hearts coming over here on TikTok so that it helps me get to the For You page. Y'all share over here on Instagram. Y'all tag, share, message somebody over here on Facebook and YouTube, okay? While we waiting on the scripture. I want y'all to go with me, okay? Proverbs 4:7. I'm going to pull it up because y'all taking a little bit too long. I don't got a lot of time, but I got enough time so that we can get an understanding in all of our getting. Okay? All right, let me go to Google. Let's go to Proverbs 4 and 7. Okay? Hopefully y'all got it. If you don't, just put it on Google. Okay? It says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. All right? That's what it say in the KJV version. Now, I want you to understand exactly what it means. It says, buy wisdom, even if it costs you everything. Buy understanding. Buy wisdom. That's what it means. Wisdom is the principal thing. Buy it. Therefore, get wisdom. That word get means buy. And with all thy getting, buying, get you some understanding. Okay? What does that mean? You want to know. Wisdom is the principal thing. There you go. There you go. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. We have arrived at my favorite verse. Listen. How many of y'all knew that that's what it means? Buy wisdom, even if it costs you everything. And buy you understanding. So didn't I just tell y'all that rich and wealthy people, what do they buy? They buy books. They invest in wisdom. They invest in wisdom. They don't invest in Michael Kors. They don't invest in Burger King. They don't invest in McDonald's. They don't invest in things that's going to take them out faster than what they need, or they was ordained a purpose to be here for their purpose. They buy wisdom, and in all of their buying, they buy them an understanding. How many of you guys have ever heard that that's what it means? Buy wisdom, even if it costs you everything. Oh, I don't got time to buy that course. You ain't gonna never know. You ain't gonna never know. You ain't gonna never know how to get out, because you won't buy to learn the wisdom to get out. So that's why we stuck. That's why our minds are still stuck in slavery. You know how they say that saying, you want to keep anything from a black person, put it in a book. We without excuse. We without excuse. Do you think they're going to give you the secrets of the wealthy on Google and on the internet? Hello, somebody. Y'all talk back to me real quick. Do you think that they're going to give you the wealth secrets on Google, YouTube, on the internet? Do you think that they are going to give you wealth secrets? And if you do think that, then why ain't everybody wealthy? Matter of fact, why they call secrets? Why they call secrets? If it was for everybody else to know, why are they called secrets? And this does not just apply. That's why I told you principle. It don't matter who worked the principle. As long as you work the principle, then hey, you can utilize and reap from the principle. Period, point blank. Don't the Masonic Lodge got a private lodge? The Masons got a private lodge. Do you have to pay a fee to be a part of that? Yes. Is that information that they discuss in their Masonic lodges, is it readily available for everybody? No. What about in a fraternity? Can anybody come in and get the information of the fraternity? No, they sworn to secrecy. Hello, somebody. Can anybody just come in and get the wealth secrets of the wealthy? No. If you pay like you weigh, then you can stay, baby. That's the name of the game. Because now I'm finna bust y'all upside the head with something else that God said. Somebody go ahead and get Proverbs 23 and 23. Somebody put that on there. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you. Because there are things that's getting ready to happen. that we ain't prepared for. We ain't prepared, y'all. We not prepared, y'all. We not prepared, and God has given us time, and we not prepared. We are not prepared. Mammon and currency belongs to the government. That's why when the disciple came up to Christ and said, should we give this coin to Caesar or should we give it to God? He said, who faces on that? He said, Caesar's face is on it. He said, well, give to Caesar what belongs to him and give to God what belongs to God. I'm finna teach you real wealth. That's why we ain't got it. Because we don't know about it. Buy the truth and do not sell it, baby. You see that? Y'all put that in the chat. That ought to bust your head. Buy the truth and do not sell it. Buy wisdom. Did God tell you to invest? You want to know why you broke? Why you don't have what you have, what you need? Because you not obeying principle. Buy wisdom. Buy truth and do not sell it. And you got people running around here talking about why you just can't give it for free. If God gave it to you. No, baby, God said you don't even sell your wisdom. Excuse me. No. You don't sell your wisdom. Your wisdom is not for sale. Why? Because the Bible also says with wisdom comes many tribulations. See, people don't want to hear that truth. Oh, give me wisdom. Oh, you ready to go through hell and back? Is that what you're asking for? Because with wisdom comes many tribulations. You don't get gray hair for no reason. That's wisdom. You got experience. That's wisdom. You can't sell that. I can't sell you my experience. You never understand it. That's what's giving me wisdom. Trial and error. Making mistakes. Ignorance. All the hell outside of that. That is what has given me the wisdom to know what not to do. Don't do that again. Don't go there again. Don't hang out around there again. You experienced that before. You can see it coming from a mile away. Wisdom. Buy truth. And buy wisdom. So you tell me, according to your own admission, why are you in poverty? Why are you struggling financially? Why you don't got what you need? It says the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Well, don't be going to go get all spiritual on me, Tawana. You know, I believe in Buddha and I believe in this. It don't matter. Demons believe too. But how in the hell is the devil out here blessing his people? Because you know he blessed them. Go do all the evil for me and I'm going to bless you. They the ones riding around here with money coming out the yin-yang. They can fly wherever they want to. They can purchase clean water if the water go bad. They own real estate. They own land. They own bunkers. You understand me? Yeah. So why we ain't got it as the one children of light? Why we broke? It's backwards. Ain't it backwards? You go do evil and get blessed. But you do righteousness and you do good and you a decent human being trying to follow morals and principles and you dirt poor. Nah, it's because, what do they tell you? People hate on Beyonce, but she works. A man that don't work don't eat. Hello, somebody. She buys wisdom. How did she get to the top? She bought her a coach. Help me get there faster. Help me when my throat is hurting, know what to do to take away this pain right here so I can still sing. Help me to know what type of mechanism I can use if I can't hit a high range. Help me to be able to hold my air. She had to buy truth, wisdom. What is wisdom? Experience. That vocal coach had to go learn how to be a vocal coach before he could ever be a vocal coach so that he could help others along the way. A football coach, you want to be the greatest, you want to get to the NFL, then you got to pay me. to show you how to get there. What they looking for, the agility, the footwork, the speed, the plays, what I'm saying, what I'm signaling in this. Why are we lacking? Y'all ain't talking back to me. Y'all too dang on quiet. Let me check the temperature. Y'all not talking back to me. We've been sold a fantasy. We think working 10 jobs is going to bring us out. Work yourself to unalive status, okay, if you want to. Never get to enjoy your life if you want to. That's on you. Lacking because we lazy. I love that. I love that. Can I use that? Because that's something that you put in there. But can I use that hashtag? Do I have your permission? If not, and you want to take it and turn it into a whole movement, I salute you. Okay? But I will ask your permission. Can I use that? Because that's real. Lacking because we lazy. You don't even got to read anymore. Okay? You gave me permission. That's going to be the new hashtag. How many of y'all want to buy a shirt right now that says lacking because we lazy? How many of y'all right now want to buy a shirt? I sell the shirt for $19. Okay? How many of y'all want to buy that shirt right there? We're going to make a movement, and we're going to put Miss Sandy at the bottom of it because she said it. Okay? I do. I got one. I do. I got two. Because that's the truth. But we need to start wearing it. We need to start preaching it. We need to start showing it. We need to start sharing it. Ain't nobody got their foot on our neck. Now, see, Sister Sandy, what I just showed you was how to take the idea and turn it into cash flow. Ain't nobody lacking no cash flow. You got ideas. She used the hashtag that I said I was going to go turn into a shirt, and I already got sales right here. Straight up. Do you know who we are? The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Why do you think that they use natural resources to get filthy rich? I need y'all to talk back to me today. I really need you to talk back to me. I want to make sure you're comprehending. Why do you think that they use natural resources to get wealthy rich? They got so much money. Can you imagine? I want you to close your eyes right now. I want you to close your eyes right now. This ain't no magic tricks or spells and none of that. If you're able to, if you're not driving. See, the reason why I want you to close your eyes is because you got to see it before you can see it. You saw yourself poor and struggling before you actually started becoming poor and struggling. You saw yourself sick and tired before you became sick and tired. You saw yourself divorced. You saw yourself single. You saw yourself being betrayed. You saw yourself graduating. You saw yourself getting married. You saw yourself getting saved. Whatever the case, you saw it before you saw it. So I want you to close your eyes. Okay? And I want you to imagine having so much money that you can't spend it. I want you to imagine having every bill and need paid. I want you to imagine having the freedom to do whatever it is that you want to do, what makes you happy. Because the thing that makes you happy is what you was put on this earth to do. That's your purpose. You can't fulfill your purpose. And you can't be happy because you got to do all these other theatrics and hermeneutics just to survive in life. And I'm here to disrupt and let you know that's not why God put you here. You was put here on purpose. Why he woke you up today? He woke you up today on purpose. Somebody made plans last night to get up today and they didn't, but you did. Somebody made plans to go about their day this morning and they didn't make it to the afternoon, but you still here. Period, point blank. You here on purpose, baby. You're not here to be sitting down. You're not here to be lazy. You're not here to be wasting your time. You're not here to not be productive. You here on purpose, beloved. I don't care if you got some scars and some bruises along the way. You still here on purpose. That's right, Brother Ross. Imagine, how would your life be? I want y'all to start talking back to me in the chat. How would your life be? Would your life be different? Answer me this question. If you close your eyes right now and you see yourself having all of the money that you need to have to do all of the things that you want to do, to take care of your family the way that you want to live where you want to live at, to travel and do the things, to start whatever endeavors you wanted to start, how would your life be? Tell me that right now. Money can't buy you happiness, but it solves all things. It said money answereth all things. Okay? It can't buy you happiness, because you can have a lot of money and still be miserable and broken. We see it all the time. If it don't come with peace, I don't even want it. So I got to have both. I got to have peace and prosperity, okay? I got to. I got to have peace and prosperity. That I got it from you, for one. That I can keep it and enjoy it, because I'm using wisdom. Notice that Solomon didn't ask for a bunch of money. He asked for what? Put it in the chat if you know what's King Solomon, the wealthiest man that has ever lived, and there will never be nobody like him. Bill Gates can't even compare. What did Solomon ask for? He did not ask for money. He asked for one thing. See, success leaves clues. And if Solomon asked for wisdom, why do you think he was wealthy? Why do you think he was wealthy? I gotta do a whole breakdown, about Solomon, the entrepreneur Solomon. He didn't have no social media, yet and still people from all different countries came to seek him for his wisdom. And when they came bearing silver and gold and oxen and cattle. You want to know how he was rich? Baby, he used that wisdom to get wealthy. He was the greatest consultant of history. He was the greatest coach of all times. And he was the wealthiest because he used wisdom. Queen Sheba came from a far distance to say, man, I heard about your house and how big it is. And how you run this whole entire kingdom, how you structured it. And I'm a queen myself. And I need to know how yours keep growing bigger and bigger. You got all this order and structure. It says when she saw the staircase by itself, she almost fainted. Can you imagine somebody walking in your house and seeing the staircase and almost fainting? Baby. It said the people, what do they call them? The butlers? I think that's what they call the butlers. They said the butlers was so dipped in butter, baby, they was dressed to impress. You understand me? That the woman gasped and almost lost her breath. And they wanted to know, wait a minute, how you do this? How this becomes so immaculate? But let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you another secret. If y'all ready for another secret and this is blessing your soul, then tell me a yes in the chat. I just want to make sure you're picking up what I'm putting down and it's going into the right place. Y'all want another secret? Yes and yes. All right, Jersey. I got you, boo. I got you. Okay? All right, pink lady. I got you. You want a yes? All right, I got you, Sister Angela. Yes, A.B. Brown. I got you. Yes, Queen Dominion. Yes, we can go in unison and on one accord. I got your permission. Let me tell you another secret. If you read just the passage right before that, it said after Solomon got through burning 1,000 sacrificial offerings to God, then God appeared to him and asked him, what can I give to you? I dare you to go read it. After Solomon got through investing by offering a sacrifice, God was so moved by the size of his investment, the amount of his investment, his heart to say, this don't belong to me. Because you know how we do it. Y'all know how we do it. When God give us something, we take possession and say, that's my money. I will hurt you about my money. I will fall out with my friends about my money. I will ruin relationships. Notice that money can't carry you to your grave. It always got to be people, but we will fall out with people. We will fall out with people that got to carry us to our final resting place over money. Principles. They work for anybody who will work them. And you want to know where he learned that? He saw his daddy David do it. Man, wait a minute, hold up. Before we was getting ready to be besieged, I saw my daddy burn 1,000 sacrifices to you. So I'm going to do that. And when he did it, God was like, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some wisdom in it. Hey, he was like, what you want, Solomon? And Solomon said, you know what I want? I don't want money. I want wisdom, how to control and how to lead your people, that I may serve your people well. I want wisdom to know how to serve them, what to do, what to build, how to help them. I want wisdom. And he said, because you asked me for wisdom and only wisdom, I'm going to make you the wealthiest in the world on top of that. That wisdom is going to make you wealthy. He's still being talked about all this time later. Well, why is you talking about all this Bible stuff? Because the world used principles. Didn't we just read in Proverbs 23:23 that the good book says, buy wisdom? Well, don't you got to buy wisdom to go to school? Is education really free? Y'all answer me that. Well, elementary is free. No, it's not. It's off the taxpayers' dollars. It's not free. They had to do labor in exchange for that money. Then when you get to high school and you graduate and all that, no, that's off taxpayer dollar. Then college, you got to get in debt with them. You got to get financial aid, taxpayer dollar, and student loans. Now you in bed with the feds, called Fed Now, student loan. Education is not free. You had to pay for it. And why do you have to pay for education? So you can learn. Learn what? Information. Information that'll do what? Give you a career. Help you to become a doctor. Teach you how to fight cases and win them. Perform surgery. Become an orthodontist. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So if the secular world uses biblical principles, whether you're a believer or not, why you don't? Am I helping y'all realize where this poverty demon came from and how to get rid of it? How many of y'all in the spirit realm then heard how I came out as I sold my way out, and they be like, oh, they just want my money. Why when it comes to the kingdom, we have that type of attitude? Like we ain't supposed to talk about money. Like we ain't supposed to talk about currency, wealth, riches. No, don't listen to them. They just want your money. You know, them money hungry church people just want your money. McDonald's is money hungry and they want your money too. The landlord is money hungry and they want your money too every month, faithfully, or you'll be evicted, casted out of their residency. The electric people want your money. And if you don't pay your bill, you will be in the dark. That cell phone company wants your money. And if you don't pay your bill, you won't be able to talk. That car you leasing, they want your money. They money hungry too. Why is it a problem when God wants your money? We want to expect to receive something from God. And we don't want to put that in. We start talking about principles. Hopefully I'm helping somebody. I didn't even use my notes. Look, I came here prepared for y'all. 2 pages full. Let me try to get to a little of them. Okay? I covered some of them, but let me try to get to a little of them. Let me get back on track. All right. So, I'm going to take you out to another scripture, okay? Because this is going to bring us up to modern day times. If you keep on being a part of this system, and that's why I brought up that scripture where it said the disciples came up to Christ and said, should we give this to you or Caesar? And he was like, whose face do you see on that? I'm going to ask y'all a question right now. Whose face do you see on that dollar bill, that $20 bill, that $50 bill, that $100 bill? Whose face do you see on that? Y'all talk back to me. Whose face do you see on them quarters, on them 50-cent pieces, on them pennies? Come on now, y'all moving slow. I know the algorithm is slow. If this little piece of hair don't stay down, I don't know what to tell you. Y'all gonna make me put on my ancient mama rag. Y'all come on. Come on, talk back to me. Presidents. Dead presidents. Hello, Roll Tide. And what are those presidents a part of? What are those presidents a part of? Where do they come from? What sector do the presidents come from? It's a system, but what system? George Washington, they were all presidents. You know, Ronald Reagan, they were all presidents. But what sector do they come from? Starts with a G. Y'all, I don't know this because I'm always talking about them. Starts with a G. Brother Roll Tide said, a new world order. Yeah. But it starts with a G. Somebody, anybody, come on. I want to make sure y'all tracking that I'm not the only one getting all this juice and you ain't getting none. There you go, A.B. Brown, the government. I hope this is clicking in your minds. I hope this is clicking in your minds. The money that you're working for with the faces of dead presidents belong to the who? Who did that money belong to? That's why they're going to be able to control who did it. You will not be able to buy, sell, or trade unless you receive the image of the beast. Where the beast going to come out of? I saw 12 governments coming out of the sea with 10 heads. 2 had this. Hello, somebody, y'all better wake up. We've been bamboozled. We've been taught to work for money. Money that the government owned. Did God own that? He said, render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar and render unto God what belongs to God. Now, what does God own? If we just came to the truth that money belongs to the government, then what belongs to God? Hello? If money belongs to man, the government man, what belongs to God? A cattle on 1,000 hill, land, natural resources, the earth and all that dwells in it. Now, how is it that the wealthy has taken what belongs to what God gave to us? It's our inheritance. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Peep they play, okay? Peep what they did. They took his land and built property on it. It's called real estate. I want y'all to hear me say that 2 more times, and I'm putting emphasis on it for a reason. Hopefully you'll catch it. Real estate. One more time. They take the land. The earth is the Lord. Land. The land is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. They take the land and build real estate on it. And then they become the what? Landlords. Why? Because they're walking in their ownership. God gave us dominion over the earth. We don't have dominion over the spirit realm. We be trying to tap in and burn sage and mess with psychics and all of this stuff, chanting up dead people. We be trying to. That's why we be getting in trouble. But the earth belongs to us. We supposed to subdue the earth, have dominion, multiply, replenish the earth, because it belongs to us. So they took that principle. Hey, the earth belongs to us. Now we're gonna dominate. You know how we're gonna dominate? We're not gonna buy no earth, because who they buy it from? They don't buy it from God. God don't need money. They just took dominion. And then built some real estate on it. Now I wonder why they call land and infrastructure real estate. Why they don't call money real estate? Because it ain't real. Why do they call money currency? Why do they call it currency? I'm going to give you a hint. Because money only grows when it flows. It's currency. You get paid, you cash your check, you go ahead and get your money, then you pay me because you owe me for rent. Then I'll turn around and pay the PG&E company because they powering all my units, and then they going to turn around and pay their bosses. You understand me? You understand me? Currency moves. So why did they lie to us and tell us that we need to save something that's supposed to move? Oh, save it. Save your money. When money only grows when it flows. Now you understand why your money is unemployed. Money is a tool that's meant to be used as a seed to get you more money so you can do what? Go buy real estate. You need money to buy real estate. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? You're not supposed to be working for money to save it, to consume it, to spend it, to complete the cycle over and over and over again. So do y'all see the problem? Why we where we at? Can everybody admit? Do you see the problem? Money is currency. It grows when it flows. You want to know why your money ain't growing? It ain't flowing. You're not putting nothing in the ground and making more of it. If you put $1 in the ground, then you need 10 back. You got $10 now. You can put 10 in the ground and get 100 back. That's called seed time and harvest. What you put in the ground is not what you get out. It's a principle. It's a law. It's a law. It's a principle. Plant an apple seed and watch you get an apple tree. What is that tree going to bear for you over and over? Apples. What's going to be in the middle of them apples? More seeds. What you going to do with them seeds? Plant more. Then what you going to do? Now you got 20 trees from one seed. And they all bearing apples and they all got seed. Why we not getting rich off the resources? Why we don't have land to buy seed and oranges and stuff that people that will keep on reproducing after its kind? That's what they do. They use the land, they use the dirt to plant seed, to create grocery stores, to sell food to us. Now we can't even eat unless we buy it. Which means that if they decide to not let us buy, then we're going to starve to death. Imagine that. All because you ain't got no land. All because you ain't got no seed. Is this helping somebody? If I'm going to go through hell, I might as well make this hell purposeful. Hopefully it's helping one person. I don't care. I don't care. Exactly. That's why they give you seedless watermelon, because the life is in the seed. They know that we can keep on replanting seeds. Let us take the seed out, give them the fruit. We'll keep on being able to always profit from harvest time. I'm going to make more than I invested. That's the law of sowing and reaping, and we don't do that. We've been taught to consume. Notice that he said, I give bread to the eater and seed to the sower. Bread to the eater. If all you want to do is consume, then all you're going to have is bread. You want to eat? Okay, here go you some bread. Keep on working for that bread. Keep on working for that bread. Keep on working for that bread. Keep on waiting on them to give you a paycheck for that bread. You don't want wealth. You want bread. I can never give you seed because you're not a sower. You don't have that principle. I give bread to the eater. You hungry? There go your bread. And I give seed to the sower. Check it out now. You want to sow? Here's some seed. You a sower. Oh, okay. The whole kingdom of God, the whole kingdom of God, the whole kingdom of God always talks about there was a king that owned land and went away to a far country. He always likens the kingdom of God to a man who bought a vineyard. He always likened the kingdom of God to seed time and harvest. I gave 1 5 talents, 1 3, and 1 1, and 2 of them brought me back interest. Why is the kingdom of God likened to business? There's a hint for us right there. He said, if you are unfaithful with unrighteous mammon, how could you ever be trusted with true riches? If you cannot do what I tell you to do with money, with unrighteous mammon, how do you want me to give you wealth? I ain't giving you no wealth. You're going to struggle for the rest of your life. Seeds are meant to be planted, but we wearing them and we eating them. Ain't that something? That's why you can't get no harvest. The only people getting a harvest is the toilet bowl. Once it comes through you. And then you have no means of making more so that you can eat again. A seed will make sure that you eat today and tomorrow. You had to get the seed from what you ate today. And then you plant the seed so you can eat tomorrow. Okay? I want y'all to go to Genesis 47 and 15, because this is what's going to happen. And God said, you come by and you tell my people this. Tell them what I said. I hope you listening to the voice of the Most High God, because he sent me. Don't ever take for granted and think that God didn't send me to you and you just sitting around listening to me for no reason. Every time you are able to catch a live, or every time you are able to get this truth, trust and believe that God sent me. Now, why don't they call money real estate? Why do they call land and infrastructure real estate? Let's take it up a notch. Why is these billionaires? Do you see that these billionaires are out here buying up stocks and buying up crypto and buying up Bitcoin and buying up FTX or FXT, excuse me? Or do you see them buying up land? Y'all just answer me that. I know Oprah just got her some in Hawaii. Bill Gates owned a massive amount. Mark Zuckerberg owned a massive amount in Arizona. They even building bunkers on their land. They building underground cities under their land. Hello, somebody, y'all talk back to me. Success leaves clues. Why is the most wealthiest people in the world buying land? Because of this scripture. I want somebody to put the scripture up on the up in the description in the chat. Genesis 47:15. I want y'all to go pull that. Genesis 47:15. You're right, Roll Tide. They ain't just buying any land. They buying farmland. Why? Because water comes with the farmland. You get to control the water. You understand? It's a way to buy land. Okay? Somebody come on quickly. Genesis 47:15. Why did God send me here today? Why have God been pushing this for the last 2 years? Those of you that have been following me for the last 2 years, I've been pushing this. I've been pushing Goshen. What was Goshen? A cultivated land, cultivated place that God wanted to feed his people. Okay? I want y'all to get Genesis 47:15. I just want somebody to come and put it on the screen so that other people can see. And I'm going to read it with you. I want y'all to see this. Okay? I want y'all to see this. And I'm almost done. I'm not going to be here long whatsoever. I am almost done. Straight up. While y'all do that, let me go ahead and do another thing real quick. While y'all do that, I'm waiting for y'all. I'm waiting on y'all today. I'm waiting on y'all today. Waiting. Yes. Hold on, give me 1 second while I handle this real quick. And I'm waiting on y'all to put it up on there. I don't mind waiting. All right. Where's my post at? Okay. Let me grab this. All right. Give me 30 more seconds and I'll be completely done. Paste this here. Okay. Why this thing be doing some of the stupidest comments? 45. Bear with me 1 more second. I have to send this message out real quick. Copy this. All right. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Did anybody put it up here? Okay, there you go. Thank you, Pink Lady. Okay, there she go. I got one person to put it up here. It says, and when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money has failed. Key words. There ain't nothing new under the sun. The money fell back then. It's about to fall now. And if you read up above in Genesis 45, go all the way up above, you see exactly where God told Joseph to get to the land of Goshen. And when you get there, kick your feet up and lay down on your butt and just believe me to pour you out some manna from heaven. No, that's not what he said. The very first thing he told him to do was occupy the land. He said, go throughout there and just grow the land. Ask her, does she got enough to go there now? And then I'll send it back to her. Okay? He had told him, look, it's going to be a famine. He gave them a blueprint in the middle of a famine. He gave them a blueprint. He said, look, get you and all your people to Goshen. Get to the land there. I want you to take everything that you have, your cattle, your oxen, your children, your grandchildren. If you don't, get to Goshen. You and all that you have will come to poverty. So get there. I'm going to take care of you there. He said, and then when you get there, I want you to occupy. I'm going to make whatever you give me, I'm going to make it double and increase in size. So they started mating their cattle. Boom. They just had hella cattle everywhere. They start, mating with each other. Boom. They just had more children everywhere. And then they start spreading out, taking up territory. So guess what happened? The Egyptians began to cry. It said it loathed the Egyptians. They were standing there crying, saying, they done got too big for us. We can't control them no more. What we gonna do? It said they loathed because they grew so fast. And God told Joseph, this is what I want you to do now. I want you to go throughout the whole entire land of Egypt, and I want you to buy up all the wheat. He had to have money. He had to have currency to buy up all of the wheat. Let me tell you the play God gave Joseph. He said, go throughout all of Egypt and buy up all the wheat. Store it in a storehouse and wait on me. So when you read this, that's why they came and they said, should we die in your presence? The money has failed. God caused a straight up recession. God caused the money to fail so that he can put his people in position. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? In the middle of mayhem, God called his people to do what? Possess the land. And because they had more cattle and all of this stuff, they was able to get more revenue to do what? Go buy up all the wheat in Egypt. That's one heck of a play. We talked about Solomon. We talked about Joseph. What about the widow whose husband had died, and the creditors was coming to get her kids in exchange for the money that her husband owed. And the prophet said, what do you got in your house? She said, nothing but some oil. He said, baby, go get that and borrow the jars. Why? Because oil is assets. Why do you think they fighting bloody wars over oil? Resources. I hope y'all picking it up. I asked you a minute ago, what if money is the government's currency, then what is God's currency? Y'all talk back to me. What's God's currency? What we don't got. We got the world in us. We go to the world to give our time and our talent that God gave to us. The world ain't giving us no due justice, and they not being fair to us. But it ain't their fault. It's our fault because we still keep playing along, going along with the show, right? We working for mammon. God said you can either serve me or mammon, but you cannot serve the both. Which one you gonna pick? The world operates off of buying and selling. The kingdom operates off of sowing and reaping. Which one you gonna pick? Can't have both. Now God tells you to buy wisdom. Why you ain't bought none? These is principles of how you can have wealth. Why did he give? He said that Abraham was, not only did he say he was rich, it said that Abraham was very rich in gold and silver and oxen and land and cattle. Successfully includes. So why was they wealthy? Why did everybody that God blessed, Joseph had every year when they came to come seek his consultation, they brought him 150 pounds. Do we know how much ounces cost of gold? They bought him 150 pounds every year. That wasn't a one-time thing. That was every year, 150 pounds. every year of gold. Why, when the servant went to go find Rebecca for Isaac, did he put a gold ring in her nose and gold bracelets? I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Why, when Lot and Abraham had to split, he said, you take all of that land and I'll take all of this. How many of y'all ready to come out for real in real life? Because I can go on and on and on and on and on. This so good. This is a good meal right here. The banks have committed the biggest bank robbery in history. The biggest bank robbery in history. The biggest bank robbery in history, because they told you to bring your money to us and keep it safe in a savings account, knowing that it's not backed by nothing. Knowing that currency only grows when it flows. They tricked you into putting your money into their savings accounts so that they can go invest and buy gold and silver and real estate. So I got some bona fide deals because I said I wasn't going to be here for a long time, okay? I got some solutions. How many of y'all ready to change your situation and invest in wisdom? Let me make this real clear. I can't give you wealth, but I can give you the wisdom of the framework, not only biblically, but what I have done, what he has showed me to do. Y'all think I'm crazy, keep coming around here telling y'all about the same deals. I'm not. I'm going to tell you, God told me this is the way for my people to get into, and this is what you ought to tell them. I have not deterred. I have not switched up. I ain't been over here doing this one day and over here doing that one day. It's always been transportation. You want me to tell you why it's always been transportation? It's because there was transportation before there was a car on wheels. They were called camels. Transportation been around. It ain't going nowhere. They got transported by camel. Am I lying or not? They got transported by camels. They got from one place to a next by camels. They also got there by horses, ponies. Transportation. Always going to be a need for it. To get people to go and from point A to point B, always going to need transportation. I don't care what's going on. They can close everything down they want to, but they ain't going to touch transportation. You want to know why? Because that's what makes the world go round. You can't get them from Singapore to the United States, from the United States to Sweden, from Sweden to Hawaii, from Hawaii to Alaska without it being transported. Okay? They use chariots. That's called transportation. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So I ain't never, ever deterred from transportation. Why? Because God told me, you want to get you something that's recession proof. The pandemic taught me so much. That's when I heard God speak the loudest. He said, transportation ain't never going to go nowhere. And if you need a way out, I'm just going to say this on the record real quick. Y'all going to have ears like lightning, because I'm going to say what he told me real quick. He said, if I need you to get out, you'll have a mode of operation, a method of operation to pass security clearance and all of that stuff. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Did somebody just catch that with two hands? Let me know. Did y'all just hear what I said? He said, look, I'm making sure that when the devil thinks that he's slick, that you're going to be the one to do the oil change. You will not be ignorant of Satan's devices if you listen to me, Tawana. When the time comes and I said, I need you to get to Canada or I need you to get somewhere else, legitimately, you'll have a reason to be able to go. And not only that, you can take a whole bunch of people with you. Oh, it don't just stop. Transportation is not just limited to the highways. I'm going to say this here on the record without saying too much. We got here by one way over 400 years ago. The big old things that float on that water, yeah, we coming for that too, okay? We already seeking out contracts that fly by the airways. You know how when they were stuck over there in Afghanistan and they needed somebody to go pick them people up? Yeah, that was a government contract. That's how you can maneuver, and that's how you can. When I say go, and I'm gonna give you grace and favor because you obeyed what I said to do when I said to do it, even if it made no sense to you. You obeyed. If you build it, I'll bless it. Give me something to bless, Tawana. If you build it, I'll bless it. Another industry he told me to get in is credit. Why? Because credit been around before Equifax and before Experian and TransUnion. Okay? Before all of that, there was credit. And if you know anything spiritually, then you know Jubilee was the releasing of debt for people who had to sell their houses and sell themselves as servants and maids and all of this stuff. You understand? Credit been around. How you think rich men bought land with no money down? How do you think they go get property in real estate? They leverage it. Let me borrow $50,000 on this credit card. Let me go buy me a lot. Let me go buy me about maybe 3 or 4 acres. That's going to make me some money because, for one, my land appreciates every single year, whether something is on it or not. It's an asset. It appreciates whether the stock market is up or down. It's not connected to that. It's a real asset that's not controlled by the government. Why? Because the earth is the Lord's. Now, they can charge you a property tax. That's it. That's the law of the land. But they cannot tell you that your land don't appreciate. It always appreciates. It's the most valuablest asset. Okay? And you can go buy you some leveraging other people's money. And you don't even have to use your credit. Okay? That's why you need to buy wisdom. How do I do it? You did it before. How do I do it? Cool. You buy wisdom and you buy truth. Show you how to do it. I need to do this and I need to do it now because I have no real assets. Now, we just read when the money failed, these people was finna die from starvation. They had no real assets. So my question to you is, when everything crashes, because Bitcoin, crypto, FXT, all of those things are stocks, those are just numbers on a computer. They're not real. They can go up and go down. But when that crashes, a cyber attack, the dollar die all the way out. When that happens, what real assets do you have? I want you to ask yourself that question. And if you like to answer it in the chat, then you can. What real assets do you have, huh? Rich people think what's in my bank account make me rich. They thinking that saving currency makes them rich. No, you're dumb. You're a fool. Poor people think, what am I going to do? I don't have no money and I don't have no assets. What am I going to do? Wealthy people think, Which or what asset can I leverage to get something that I don't have? If I need food and I got land, I'll give you a 1/4 acre of my land for 6 months worth of food. I'm going to eat. They leverage their assets to get them exactly what they want. If they need money, they can leverage their assets to get money. If it's credit, they can leverage their assets to get credit. I don't care what kind of system they're going to go on to. They can leverage that land to get whatever currency is currency at whatever time. Not only that, you leave something for your generations. That's the way God intended it. He said a wise man or a wise woman. How many of y'all is wise? He said a wise man or a wise woman leaves an inheritance. That word inheritance is land for their children's children. If you just been working and you ain't got nothing put up for your grandchildren, then you living in sin. Because a wise man, a wise woman, okay? A wise man, a wise woman will leave an inheritance for their children's children. Okay? So, which one are you going to be? Wise? Wise? Or unwise? Hello? Tell me. Tell me. Wise or unwise? Tell me. That's what God is saying to us collectively. Now, rich people store their money and their currency, but wealthy people spend their currency to get rich. Y'all need me to say that for y'all one more time? Rich people store their money, aka currency, thinking that they rich. But wealthy people spend their currency, the money that they making, okay, to get rich. That money that you get in, you're supposed to be spending it to make you more. It wasn't given to you just so you can save it. It wasn't given to you just so you can splurge it. God gave it to you so that you can use it as a tool to create more for not only you, but for those that will follow pursuit. Another aspect the Most High said get involved in is technology. These devils have gotten wealthy off of technology. And this ain't the first time technology been technology. Okay? Technology been around for a very long time. How do you think they were able to put holograms and hieroglyphics on walls with a 3D effect? Technology been around for a long time. You want me to tell you why? Because when Satan fell, he didn't fall and God stripped him of anything that was given to him. He didn't strip him. He cursed him. He casted him out first. Then when he beguiled the woman, he cursed him. He said, he called him wise. Peep game. You are the wisest cunningness amongst all creation. So therefore you will crawl like a serpent on your belly. But he didn't strip him of his wisdom. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? That's why psychics can still prophesy, because he don't strip them of their gift. Gift come without repentance. What God gave you, it's forever. It's forever. I hope I'm helping somebody. I hope I'm helping somebody. You walking around all broken, defeated for what? God didn't strip you of your authority, your dominion, your fruitfulness, your multiplication. He didn't strip you of that. He didn't strip the devil of it. How do you think Satan was able to offer Jesus? Check out what he offered him. If you bow down and worship me, I will give you all these kingdoms of the earth. I will give you riches. I will give you fame. He said, you know, it was handed over to me by Adam. So therefore, I can give it to you. God gave that to us. Period. So this is what I got for you, okay? I'm going to do something super crazy, and I'm only going to do it for a couple of minutes here. That's it. Thank you, brother. Thank you. If you want to get started in the transportation industry, okay, we're going to do something new with y'all. How you can actually make you some currency, because that's the name of the game. I'm only telling y'all to get involved in these spaces because they generate you some rapid revenue. Why do you need rapid revenue? Because we are delayed and asset broke. We don't got another 2 years, 10 years, 5 years to try to be working and try to save up something to go buy some land, to have us some gold and silver. You need it, and you need it coming in rapidly. You need it coming in fast. And there ain't never been a dispensation of time where you can actually, Sister Sandy, we lacking because we lazy. I just showed her how to get her some rapid revenue. I took a slogan she said and said, I'm finna make it into a t-shirt, and instantly had a few people willing to buy. What can I do with that $20, $30? Go buy me some silver. I can take it and go invest in a program, a course, whatever. Give me 5 sales, I got $100. Now I can afford a course, because what I'm going to learn how to do more money than what I just did from my coach. That's going to get me there faster. So, transportation, okay? I'm just going to go through them real quick because I'm pressed for time here. I got 11 minutes, literally. My job is to help educate you more than to sell you anything. But I'm offering you an invitation to buy wisdom today. Instead of just trying to build out a whole transportation business, if you just need to get some rapid revenue, Uber is booming, so is Lyft. And they even got other rideshare apps. You can use your vehicle to do medical courier in your own vehicle and make some very lucrative revenue. If you went and got a hazmat certification, you can do $500 to $1,000 per drop, and you get paid daily. Using your own vehicle, don't have to have no commercial insurance, don't have to have no LLC, no DOT, none of that. I'm going to offer that to 10 people for $97. It's the whole entire how to get started. These are the people that you contact that got the services that you're going to fulfill for them. So it gives you the vendors, contact them. You got a card, you can start making money. Bump Uber now. Now you ain't got them taking 20 out your 50. You can get started. This is something you can give to your kids. Go get your license at 16. Now you got a whole business. This is a business. It's called medical courier. It's called non-emergency transportation. I'm gonna sell it for $197 as soon as I get through offering and advertising it for $97. Okay, period. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. $97, you can get started in medical courier. It is the easiest way to get into the transportation aspect. We just went over what transportation would do and how it would help you. Okay? You start making revenue, and then you go get yourself legit. Make it into a fleet, make it into a business. I have that. Okay? $97 for 10 people only to get access to it. Also, I have if you want to know how to, and I don't even have time to show y'all, but let me see if I can show y'all this. I'm telling you, it ain't never been this easy to make you some revenue. Never, ever, ever. Y'all tell me if y'all like my news broadcast. Okay? I got me a whole news show. Don't play with me. On YouTube that will pay me minimum $5,000 to $60,000 per month for content using AI to create it. Okay? Don't play. Y'all.
Good evening, viewers. Tonight, we begin with breaking news from Toronto, where a tragic incident unfolded early this morning. Canadian artist Drake's Toronto mansion became the scene of a deadly shooting that...
Let me stop it there. Okay? I mean, AI is insane. Do I have to get in and out of a vehicle? Some may require, some may don't. Some may require you to pull up and then they go ahead and remove it. You shouldn't have to touch anything, but some may, if it's a package or a box or something like that. But yeah, not only can you purchase it from me, you can sell it. Hey, young people, I want to get y'all in on this transportation game. Look, this is what I got for y'all. You can also take it and teach it. You don't even got to use it and utilize it for yourself. You can take it and teach it. Take something that you bought for $97 investment, teach it to 10 people that pay you $97. You got a $900 return on your $100 investment. Okay, so I got that for y'all. Let's see, so I don't forget nothing else. My AI. If y'all want to learn how to get YouTube rich, okay, if you want to learn how to use AI to build you a business, to get you some money for Father's Day, before Father's Day, for you to do at least 5 to 10K. Okay, I'm going to hold a workshop. It's not going to be this following week. It's going to be the week before, but I'm only taking 12 people in the workshop to show you how to do this and some utilizing AI. That's going to get you ready and in the vein to make money for Father's Day, 4th of July, back to school, Labor Day, and all the other holidays and everything in between, okay? You could have been taking advantage of the Mother's Day and graduation, prom, all of that, but you slept on me. It's $97 for that workshop. It's not going to be this weekend, this next weekend coming up, because we're burying my grandfather. It's going to be the weekend after that, but I'm only taking payments for that today. $97. Okay? Also, the land. If you want to get in on this how to buy land with no money down, how to build you some business credit. If you want to get in on this whole land banking, now that is not $97. I'm taking it from $1,000. Okay? For only 6 people to $497. I will allow you to get in before you get left. Okay? And for those, like, I'm going to pay $1,000, Dr. T, you're going to get some extra bonuses, okay? That's how we do that. But I don't want to leave no man behind. I want to show you how I have bought land. I want to show you how you can buy land, how you can take that land, how you can grow it, how you can hold it, how you can build on it, how you can do so much. If you just rent it out, a small portion of your land, you can make a lot of money monthly. People like renting land. It's a whole website for it. And they like being able to come and rent it and live outdoors with their tents and all of that stuff, okay? I'm only taking 6. You want to learn how to buy real estate? I'm going to teach all of that. I'm going to teach you about protecting your land and your wealth, living tax-free through a trust, becoming your own bank. The name of the program is called Land Banking. You got to be ready right now to catch that discount. You got to be ready right now to catch that discount, right? If you paid the $1,000 in full, what comes also additionally with that is that we're going to actually tour these land deals in Florida, in Texas. It's a gold mine. And if we got to come together and do deals together, you're going to have you some land. Period. Point blank. I'm only taking 6 people in that program, 5 to 6. 6 is on the longer, the extendo side. 5 is comfortable. Okay? You can take it and go teach it. It's $497. I have reduced it from $1,000. You want to get you some real assets? Here is your opportunity. When I put it out before the other people, you will not have opportunity to get that course, this whole mentorship, the access, the proximity, the investors, the whole play for that little. Why should you invest and buy wisdom for $497? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you pay $497 and learn how to go get $1 million play off of some dirt? Buy dirt cheap so you can get dirt rich. Anybody I can serve here on today? Anybody want to be in my 12-month mentorship? That's $5,000. I will allow you to put $2,500 down. If you don't have it, use their money. Who is their money? Credit cards. You can use your credit card and make the minimum payment, but your girl gonna show you how to get money. Straight up. So you don't have to you pay them off. Now you in profit mode, okay? Can I serve anybody? My time is up. I gotta stay under 2 hours. Can I serve anybody? You can't tell me that you didn't came and got all that information and you ain't ready to make change. I don't care if I'm here for 1 person, 2 people. Any of those opportunities, they here and they now. And I'm only going to wait a minute because I got to keep this under 2 hours. Okay? My job is to show you information on me, execution on you. We're going to grow together. For the transportation, I got you, Sister Maisha. Okay? Anybody else? I literally got about 35 seconds. I promise you ain't going to see it at this price, $97. If you don't have $97 to invest in yourself, it's time for you to do something different. That's sad. It breaks my heart. People like, I don't got no money to invest in myself. That's sad. I'm not going to ever come by here and beg y'all, but I'm going to give you an opportunity. Okay? I'm going to give you an opportunity. I tell y'all all the time, you want to be mentored by me? You sit here with me for 2 hours? Imagine spending 12 months with me. If I showed you that I did $1 million, then I can definitely show you how to do $1 million. Okay? If I done 700,000, then I can show you how to do 700,000. Period, point blank. Y'all go ahead and contact me right now. Let me give you my email while I'm going out because I'm going out. Over here on YouTube and Facebook, you can see it. It's on the screen right now. Over here, TJT Worlds. My last name, the world we live in with the S on the end. T for Tawana, J for Janice, T for my maiden name, Thacker, Worlds. TJT Worlds. You can only get these offers right here and right now. They will not be available later on. With that being said, I'm out, y'all. I will see y'all next time.